There are many theories about the origins of Jupiter. Here's what we think happened. Nearly 5 billion years ago, a star in our galaxy exploded. The explosion caused a nearby cloud of gas and dust to collapse and flatten into a spinning disk. Most of the gas and dust collected into a hot, dense core that became our Sun. The remaining debris formed the planets and other small bodies in our solar system. And the majority of that debris came together to form the giant planet, Jupiter. Of all the 8 planets, we believe Jupiter formed first. Understanding the formation of Jupiter is essential to understanding the origins of our entire solar system, the formation of Earth, and the most basic foundations of life as we know it. Mission Juno will help prove or disprove theories about the types and amounts of materials that contribute to the composition of Jupiter. By peering beneath its clouds and discovering what Jupiter is truly like, Juno will also test our ideas about the formation of planets, as well as other major secrets of our solar system. Measuring the amount of water in Jupiter will help us understand how and where in our solar system the giant planet formed. Mapping the gravity and magnetic fields of Jupiter teaches us about the planet's hidden interior and whether it has a solid core. In our quest to unlock the history of the planets, Jupiter is the gateway, and Juno holds the key. Juno will use remote sensing to inspect Jupiter from its innermost core to the outer reaches of the magnetic bubble the giant planet inhabits. Juno will be the first probe to visit the regions above the poles of Jupiter, witnessing energies in the magnetosphere that create its extraordinary ultraviolet auroras.
Well, hello everybody. Scott Roberts and Jerry Hubbard here. Jerry, you moved. What happened?
Yeah, I'm at a different control. This is the Payload Operations Control Center at Marshall Space Flight Center. Chuck Lewis sent me this picture right before we got online, and I decided to use it as a background.
Very nice.
It's pretty cool.
Very nice. Yeah, that's great. Well, you can see my desk looks a little messy after the star party last night. We did have a lot of fun, and it was a little bit of a a balancing act, just trying to keep things going. We had I think at one time 11 or 12 people online at the same time, so we're kind of daisy chaining, going from one person to the next, which was a lot of fun. I don't know if we gave enough time or not enough time, or too much time to, each individual. I'm not sure. It seemed to go okay.
Yeah, I think it was really we had a well-rounded group of people too. That was what was interesting about it. There was a wide variety of personalities and experience levels, so that was cool.
Right, right. So yeah, I did blow it. I'm going to be completely transparent with everybody.
Oh yeah.
James Hubbard, James the astrophotographer, had volunteered to be on the show, and I said, "Hey, great! We'll love to have you and everything." And we get everything going. I send out notifications. I do this, I do that, and I did everything except for send James the Zoom invite. So
Shame on you. Shame on you,
horrible,
Scott.
horrible, horrible,
You're just a
horrible.
horrible
I'm
person.
a horrible person. Yeah, I wake up this morning and I just check text messages because I don't check text messages like all the time. I can't. Otherwise you just don't get anything done. And and I don't take phone calls or look at my phone when I'm doing a broadcast. Unless it was something specific that I needed to do. Kind of pre-planned. Uh, so I wake up this morning, like I do every morning. I look at text messages, and I see this text message from James. He says, "I'm all set up. I'm ready to go." You know,
Oh no.
oh my
You
God.
left him hanging out there.
Yeah, I did. I did. And so I called him this morning. I apologized, and he was very understanding. But I felt terrible about it because it was. It was something that I really wanted to include him on. And I know it was hard for him too because he had to take time off of work, and this wasn't just like, oh, he missed the star party. So he made he made an effort to be there, and I failed. So I am sorry. But he went off and made images anyways, and I hope to get either him to email his images in so we can share them, or to have him on the show if he's able to attend sometime this week. So, but anyhow, that's where we were. You know, I. I don't know if anyone out there has any suggestions on what we should do for the star parties. You guys have been very kind and have talked about how great it was. But what do you think? What do you guys think it would be? What would make it better? What was missing
Yeah,
from the star?
right.
I did mention cocktails and having a live band, so
Yeah, that's right. And don't forget the food.
oh, Astrovirs, sorry if I plugged the wrong rating channel at Haskins Dustin. So I don't know what happened. So I'd never heard of the term rating before, but Dustin Gibson runs a program on Twitch, which is also a nightly, Star Party based program on Twitch, and so you can see it. I think he might change the name of it, but it used to be called at Gibson Picks, and so but great show, and he gets lots and lots of. He has an enormous audience actually, so and many of us have been on the program as well. So he's very generous with his time and his exposure for something like that.
Hmm.
But today we had questions, okay, which we're still not giving out the answers to yet because we're going to announce them on next Tuesday's Star Party, which I'll talk about at the end of the show. But
Right. So if you send in an answer to the questions, if you were on the Star Party last night, you'll have to join us next week to find out. That's when we'll contact you that you won, but we're going to announce it next week if you want to find out.
it's not the same as having, maybe I can come up with a little video or an applause or something cool. Anyways, but
You you
but
you
we
gave away quite a bit of stuff. You
I
why don't you
did.
tell people what we gave away?
Oh yeah, so we gave away eyepieces. So the first two question or the first question was your choice of a any of the 52-degree eyepieces, which was pretty nice. And that was actually a not very difficult question, I don't think.
No.
And then the second question was your choice of any of the 1 1/4 82-degree eyepieces. And the third question was also your choice of any of the 82-degree eyepieces. And
That's
during,
that's getting up that's getting up there in value there, Scott.
all right, and then we topped it off with um, sorry guys, I have to do some work here. I have to sign something. We topped it off with by giving away a 100-degree eyepiece, and that
That's a that's several $100.
several $100.
That's like $500. That's what we gave away when we got 500 members on the forum.
No, I don't know what it was. I got
Yeah.
like I got
Yeah.
like drunk over,
I know. It's like,
I didn't
golly,
have anything to drink, so that's
you gave away almost $800, $700 worth of eyepieces last night.
it goes quick. It does.
Yeah.
The audience is worth it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to think about it this way too, Jerry. I mean, we have not been able to travel to star parties.
That's true. Yeah. Hmm.
Plane ticket to somewhere, or for me to drive Barbara Jean, the vintage Airstream, out across the country, that's going to be hundreds of dollars just to get there. Okay.
Right.
That
Right. Plus
and all the other stuff that you
plus
do,
room and board and food and everything else.
food and a door prize on top of that. And
Right. Exactly.
so
And typically the door prize is a very nice telescope, which would be one or $2,000 at least, probably.
often, yeah, often. So, because, it's just something we've always done. So, for me to give out, hey, just a few eyepieces, not that, anyhow. So, but, but tonight or today, I've got something. I don't know if it's cooler than an eyepiece, but I think this is pretty cool. This is a. Let me see if I can get it up to the screen here. You can kind of see the. No, you can't see
Yeah, you're kind of Mr. Rainbow.
Mr. Rainbow. Yeah, yeah. A 1,000-line diffraction grading, and so that's going to be a door prize for today. And not because they cost a lot, but because they're so hard to get. These NASA Solar System trading cards. Whoa. Okay, these are cool. All
That's
right.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the winner of your question today, Jerry, will be this grading and a deck of these cards. So
I, I'm still looking for a question. I want it to do with, the question will involve spectroscopy in some way. And it's not going to be that hard. I'll try to make it as simple as I can, for people. But, I'm thinking, well, let me think about it for a
while
few
you're
minutes.
thinking about it, I'll recognize people that are watching
Yeah.
with us today. We've got who else here? Richard Grace, who was on the Star Party last night. Imaging, he did get data, so that's really cool. Nico Rocha. Nico, I think, is from Argentina, as I recall. Ansel Puri, who was on the show, he was very poetic and gave a great presentation last night during the Star Party. So, well, we had a lot of astrophotographers on. It was nice to have Ansel on to talk about his passion to do astronomy and what drives him. What captures his imagination. And he talked about cosmology. He talked about dimensions. I mean, it was just really cool. So I can't. We'll have to have him on again sometime. Mike Lemus is on with us.
Oh, good. Hey,
Yep,
Mike.
yep. Ron Delvaux is on with us. And let's see. Ken N. Who is Ken N? What's the N stand for?
That's I know who it is. I can't remember.
Maybe he'll tell us. He said all three for me. Okay. Angela says, I saw Jupiter and its three moons with 10 by 25 binoculars last week. I know, you can see it with 10 by 25 binoculars. Amazing how much you can see with a pair of binoculars. That's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Ansel called me up today. You know, he talked about getting his ED 140 last night. Uh,
Hmm.
he said that he received it. Um, so hopefully it all arrived in one piece. um, let's see. Chuck Lewis says, nice picture. Dusty Haskins says, yeah, it was fun. Chuck Lewis, better than just okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bergman Scooter said, it was a great time last night. Let it flow as it was. Well said. Well, I think Bergman, I believe it was Bergman, somebody anyways, said that they were out last night. They're listening to us while they're out on a recliner looking at the Perseid meteor shower. So that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
that was Bergman. Yeah, that was Bergman Scooter.
Bergman,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
he knows how to do it. That's cool.
Hmm.
Uh, Dusty says, I tried to keep things short so everyone could share, but I thought it ran smooth. So thank you. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. Dave Connolly says good evening. And Nico says, I missed the last part, but it was excellent. I learned a lot. Now, I think Nico is probably about 2 hours ahead of us here. Okay, so it got pretty late for him, you know.
Oh yeah.
How late was it when you finally, when we finally called it quits? Was it like 1:30 for
It
you?
was 1:30. I didn't get to sleep till after 2 o'clock probably.
Yeah, I was so wound up, still thinking about it and
Hmm.
things. So I probably didn't go to sleep till 3. Yeah, Dave Conley says, I'm just heading out for the meteor shower. Talk to you tomorrow. Hope you get to see some good ones out there, Dave. Richard Gray says, much smoother than the first Star Party. I'm sure they will keep getting better and better. Let's hope so. Um,
Yeah, one of the questions we talked about with the start party is the diversity of the people and also how many people we have on at a time. That was kind of a question that I had.
yeah,
We want more people to come on and round robin.
if
Or
we have more people come on, their segments would necessarily have to get shorter. It took us just to do one round robin took over an hour, right?
yeah, about an hour, right? Exactly.
So part of the strategy was, and Jerry pointed this out, I did for the first two star parties, I introduced everybody, which takes a little bit of time. Okay. So if I don't introduce everybody and I let them introduce themselves, that's going to save half an hour to an hour of the show right there. Um, and, you know, I thought that David Levy gave an excellent talk. He kept it necessarily short. David in his normal talks can go on for well over an hour.
Hmm.
Um, Gary Palmer says, "Hey guys, how about an Astro quiz? Get them at most star parties." We did have it. Well, we didn't have an Astro quiz, but yeah, we did.
We had some questions to
Yeah,
give away stuff.
yeah,
We could have quizzes for everybody. You mean for the contestants or not contestants? They're not really
yeah. The
contestants.
contestants on our show.
We could call them contestants on the Star Party show. What do we got for them, Bill?
Right, that's right, Johnny. Tell them what's behind
What's behind star number one?
our number one. That's right. That's right. Gary Palmer is watching with us from the UK, and
Oh,
that was
okay.
his question about the Astro Quiz. Gary, I got a question for you. We talked about doing a European edition of the Virtual Star Party, which would happen basically at the same time we're doing this show here. Okay, so if you pick the day, because you're going to be more in touch with your weather, then we'll start inviting people in, for that. So there's, I think Wolfgang wanted to take part in that. Now, once we pick the date, it's kind of like you do it rain or shine. And if you got rain or clouds or whatever, you just have to be ready to talk about something else or back it up with something. So we can start off with a small group, maybe 4 guys. Like to have some women in there. If we can have some women, that would be great.
Oh yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, um, so anyhow, I leave it in your capable hands, Gary. So let's see. Richard Dusty Haskins says, Astro Beard, I agree, and they help you find out about science and technology streamers too. It's true. Um, I was on a live stream high all day, so I get it, Scott. I know it's crazy. Um,
Hmm.
uh, you should host from the Airstream one day. I think I actually do have fast enough of an internet connection to do that. So I'd have to bring in all this gear that you can't see in there, but I could do it. And yeah, that would be kind of cool. Um, Wolfgang says 5 minutes in the warehouse and I get all that I can carry.
Oh, the shop. They grab
You
those game
grab.
shows like they grab everything.
That's right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you point out where the high-end telescope rack is.
Yeah, we give you a forklift and let's go 5 minutes. That's right. But we
Mhm.
have a rope that we can pull you off the forklift when the 5 minute break. Let's see. Nico says 500 $500 almost unreachable here. You guys are great people. Nico, thank you. Gary Palmer says need to give away a camera as most imagers don't know what eyepieces are. Well,
Yeah,
we'll have to talk about that. So that's right.
yeah.
Um,
Cameras are another beast.
yes, they are. Chuck Starr says hello. David Ing says hello from Temecula. He was on the show as well on the Star Party last night, and he did very well. Showed his images from before, showed his rig, and it was cool.
He actually got to show his tablet. He figured out how to connect his tablet directly to the
Right.
broadcast, and it was really nice. Looked
Yeah,
nice to see.
I know it's interesting what you learn when you're kind of forced to
Mhm.
show what you're doing in a live stream. So, um, and Ken N says his last name is Noble. That's nice. Very nice. Um, Angel says, thank you, Scott. It was a great last night. Would love to do it again. And he says he got his scope. It is so cool. And yes, all in one piece. Yes.
Oh, good.
Great. God,
No parts rattling around the bottom of the box.
no glass broken
Yeah.
stuff. One of the things that kills you is that sometimes you ship a telescope. Of course, I mean, we inspect everything, every telescope that leaves here. Before it goes back into the box, we've looked at it. It's been checked for collimation, all these things. I mean, it is possible to miss something, but that's rare. Uh, but I've had telescopes that were completely destroyed on the inside, and the box looks perfect on the outside. Perfect. And to get your customer
That's
to
crazy.
believe that that is a shipping problem. And we have great insurance on shipping and everything, and it's not a struggle, but people they just can't believe that something would arrive damaged like that and not a mark on the box. So, but anyhow,
We have the issue with mounts. Our mounts also
yeah,
sometimes the gear mesh and the gears get a little
it's the problem of
out of adjustment.
instruments, I think in general. So
Mm.
some companies spend an extraordinary amount of money in the packaging. And when I say extraordinary amount of money, we're talking hundreds of dollars on the packaging just to make sure it arrives to you safely. So if the instrument's like super sensitive, and I would say that possibly some of the real high end mounts, especially the direct drive mounts that are out there, um, I know that if it takes a hit, that because of the contact of the direct drive to the big bearing, you can put a flat spot on there. So it's
Yeah, that would. You hate when that happens, right?
Okay,
You're sitting there,
yeah,
you're
beautiful
tracking
zero.
beautiful tracking rate, and then all of a sudden, it's
Yeah, yeah.
that would be
That was one of
bad.
the reasons why we didn't do a direct drive at Meade, because we were going to do it. You wouldn't have to cut a gear, You just have these two perfectly round discs. Okay, that's not easy either. Ansel says his new life begins today, courtesy of the ED140. That's great. I hope you have a good
That's
time.
awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Ken said he listened to the show while imaging Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. Ken, you're gonna have to come on to the show and show us your stuff. That would be cool. Um, uh, yeah, Nico said he had a hard morning this morning. I'm thinking of making a quick introduction video. That's Astrobeard. So, yeah, I can see you doing that. It would be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be great. Yeah.
Uh, Gary Palmer says supermarket sweep. Yeah, we have guys here with like shopping baskets just going through our warehouse, and then we swipe their credit cards.
Yeah, it's like a grocery store, like one of these big box grocery stores. You just pick off the shelf what you want.
Eyepieces over
I'll have that this
here.
week.
140. Bring down the mounts over here.
Yep, yep. I want to get a couple of these mounts. Some.
Mounts, that's right. Half dozen filters.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll help out for the week.
Oh, maybe we can sell grab bags of equipment. It's a virtual grab bag, that
You
we
don't
just
even
throw a
know
bunch
what's
of
in it,
stuff in.
right? You just throw
It's
stuff in.
$5,000. Here's a grab bag. $1,000 grab bag.
Bunch of ED elements. That's all it is.
Yeah, right. Just
But
a
still
bunch of
worth 5.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have Juan Pablo Carrillo, and he says, "Saludos desde Chile." I don't know if I said that right, but good to have somebody calling in or watching from Chile.
Mhm.
Richard Gray says, then the delivery man goes downtown with your package. Wade Prunty's on with us today again. He says, okay, I've
Oh, wait.
this the last 3 days. I swear I'm hearing a smoke detector low battery beep from the stream. Anyone else hearing that? No, Wade, no one else hears that. You're just going crazy. That's just
That's just background stuff.
yeah. See, I didn't hear what just happened. Okay, just seconds ago. I didn't hear that. No, you know what? When you're with Jerry every day, live online, you hear Jerry Hubble's fire alarm chirping, smoke alarm. And he can't get to the smoke alarm because it's like way up in the rafters, right?
Yeah, it's about 20 some feet up.
Yeah, and it's been chirping for years now. See, Jerry doesn't hear it. The dogs don't hear it. I've stopped hearing it. So you just have
It's
to
been
your mind. As Bruce Lee said, you got to empty your mind. Okay,
That's right.
empty your brain. Now that would have been Timothy Leary. Speaking of Timothy Leary, on Saturday we have Fiorella Terenzi. She's an astrophysicist from Italy, and she is going to be on our show. I think it broadcasts at 2 p.m. Eastern, something like that. I'll put out a notice about that, but she is very interesting. And she did her one of the things that she was on, interviewed in magazines about and stuff like that is aside from being an astrophysicist, she took the sound waves that were captured by Voyager in deep space and she put them to music. Apparently, this caught the attention of Timothy Leary. I don't know the exact story of how this happened, but she is doing. She did some music. I will play you just a few seconds of it, okay, which I think is very cool. But, it's very space.
The universal sound of chemistry, cosmic tones of physics, 400 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy.
Okay, I won't play the whole thing for you, but
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty cool, actually. So, yeah. So that was, and that piece right there, the whole piece of it starts off with Timothy Leary kind of doing spoken word, which is kind of cool. Let's see. Dave Ing says, one of the guys from my club, Clark Williams, said he knows you from when. Oh, yeah, I remember Clark. Clark's a very smart guy, very bright individual. He worked in, Clark worked in engineering at Mead Instruments. And so when you see him again, tell him I said hello. Wolfgang says, I saw that often the delivery man drops the boxes in the car, sometimes flying 2 to 3 meters. No wonder some things are defective. I know. It's amazing anything gets delivered intact,
3 meters, that's a long ways.
Long way. They do, though. You're tired. You're the UPS driver or FedEx guy or whatever, and you're just, you've had it after a while, and you just start. If it says fragile on it, you throw it harder, So, Wade Prunty, you were right. You were right. It is Jerry Hubbell's smoke alarm. Mr. Thumb 30 says, I don't even hear it anymore. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Bruce Lee also said, be water. Yeah, be water, man. Empty your mind. And Jennifer Shelley says, hello, everyone. So this is...
Hi, Jennifer.
There we are. I recognize everybody, I think. And my chat stream is now working properly. So for some reason, everything now has settled out with my combination of software and connections and everything for doing this show. So it's good. All good. I'm happy. Let's talk about.
I've got the question.
Oh, you do? Okay.
If you want to do that real quick?
Let's hear it. Now you will have to be the first to put the answer up here in chat. Okay. And so get your fingers ready at the keyboard to search for the answer, unless you instantly know it. Okay. Go ahead, Jim.
Right. Yep. So, what wavelength is a green laser? And I'll accept a little bit of a range, so we'll see what the first one is that we get that's close to the answer that I'm expecting. What wavelength is a green laser in nanometers?
Astrobeard says 532 nanometers.
Yep, that's it.
Wow. Ding, 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 ding. That's awesome.
I told you it'd be easy. No.
Awesome. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Thank you. So, Richard Gray says, put it toward the newt. All right. So on the OpenGOTO forum, we wanted to talk a little bit about, you said something about updated feature request list.
Yeah, so today I did a little bit of work, a little bit of housekeeping on the forum to update I've created a document that keeps track of all the feature requests, and I updated that on the forum. And so you can go to the feature request subgroup. If you're not subscribed to that subgroup, go ahead and do that, and then you can get access to this request list and also be able to submit your own requests. There's one that I had been thinking about for a while that I wanted to talk about, a specific feature, which is one that talks about repurposing your Wi-Fi module on G11 or Exos 2 PMC8. You can reprogram the Wi-Fi module to connect up to your internet router, your home internet system. And this was nuked out by Carl, and I posted it. I posted the instructions. Let me go to that first. I guess I'm not sharing my desktop yet. Let me do that real quick. So do you see it there?
Yeah.
All right, so I basically, what the heck? I posted this message here, connecting the G11 or Exos 2 PMC to an existing Wi-Fi internet router. And Carl created these instructions. And if you go to this message, I put this caution message up here. We include instructions in our programmer's reference manual on how to do this, and also I turned this thread into a PDF file, which is attached to the bottom here. I'm going to bring it up real quick to show it. This is basically, I printed out the thread and saved it in a PDF file. But basically, what you can do is you can first send a command to the Wi-Fi module. You have to connect to it. You have to be pretty technically savvy to do this. You use a telnet session into the Wi-Fi module, and you set a switch, and that boots up the web server that's built into the Wi-Fi module. And then from that, you can go to the web page. That's what all this first part's about. And then from that, you can go to the web page and configure your Wi-Fi module, which is pretty cool. You can also change your password if you want to use it. Our default password is PMC8, but you can also update your password also like that.
Okay.
But he's worked out this procedure I think this example is specific to him, but I didn't go through and really vet this completely because there's different parameters that you need to know about your own network to do this. And so he just shows you an example of what to change, and you'd have to figure out what the specific information is for your network. And he got it to work, and it works fine. So if you're interested in this, you can go to this document. It's on the message forum. One other thing that I talk about is you do this at your own risk, basically. All right. And if you do this and you want to go back to the Explore Scientific setting, the default settings that we have to be able to talk to Explore Stars on your tablet, and also use the wireless ASCOM driver, you have to go back and reconfigure those parameters with our script that's in the programmer's reference manual. So you have to understand how to do that if you want to go back there. But what I plan on doing, and I'll talk about this feature request. Let me back up. I was there already. In the feature request subgroup, I made this suggestion that we add a way in the configuration manager to hit a button, and it would automatically reset your Wi-Fi module back to the Explore Scientific settings. So if you got into this mode and you were messing with things and you decided, I don't want to do this, or I screwed it up, and you want to go back to the default settings that we have, then the configuration manager would be the place to go once we get this feature added, to hit a single button, and it would reset the Wi-Fi module back to our settings, and then it would be fine after that. So it's a safe way to experiment with the changes, and then if you want to go back, then you would just hit this. So that's the goal there.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Interesting. So
I don't know if there's any questions out there on that, but that's been a feature that's been requested for a long time. To be able to make changes to the Wi-Fi module to put it on your own network, and then you'd be able to access it directly from anywhere in the world, basically, if you opened up a port into your network.
Right. Right. Okay. So let's see. We have some comments here. This is a great comment. Ken Noble says, this would be a lot easier if you guys gave us the answers and we could guess the questions. Astro Party, the Astro version of Jeopardy.
Yeah, we could do that.
You could do that. That's right. Okay. All right. Well, I got a question for you right now.
You mean you've got an answer
What is
for
the
them?
significance of today for a man who died in Annapolis, Maryland, in astronomy? Significance in astronomy today for a man who died in Annapolis, Maryland. I'll give you a clue, okay? He died in 1907.
Oh, that gives you a good idea.
Yeah. And I have another special grading and another set of cards here. People busy trying to find out this answer. What's the significance of today for a man who died in Annapolis, an astronomer?
Yeah, I think I know who it is.
Dusty says, I didn't hear the question, but Fraunhofer, no.
No,
Richard Grace is amazing.
he found it on Wikipedia.
Hall. That's who the man is.
Asa Hall, right?
Significance of today.
Yep, Asa Hall.
What's the significance of today? Yep, Andrew Corkill said Asa Hall. What's the significance? And Google crashes. No. Maybe it did crash on this day. I don't know. But what's the significance of today?
I found some news on that.
Enough, Siri. Enough. Do not tell them the answer, okay?
Just say skip.
God.
Driver crashes stolen car into light pole during pursuit in Simi Valley. A stolen vehicle chase that began.
Oh my God.
Tuesday evening.
I'll have to remember that when I'm talking to you. I'll ask Siri a question in the middle of the broadcast.
Civic and learned it had been reported stolen.
Hey Google, stop the news. Jeez. I got Google. I got Siri. Let's see. He discovered Deimos. That's right. August 12th, 1877. That's right, Andrew. That's good. Very, very good. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice, Andrew. So a diffraction grading and a set of these NASA trading cards. It's going to be cool. Okay, so we've
been going along for a while. 45 minutes already.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
do you want to talk? We haven't talked about this for a while. Maybe
comment here that's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Brett Blake says, how about a tiny chip in the scope itself, which automatically uploads its specs to, say, Nina or SGP? Anything that gets the tech setup out of the way of the astronomy setup works for me. Actually, that could be done. You could write some little spec set into a chip, and then something would read that.
Right.
Sure.
What I can say something about, we are exploring all kinds of possible product updates and changes and features and stuff that will be coming out in the future. So
that's right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That stuff's in the works.
Andrew Corkill says he needed a diffraction grating. Everybody needs a diffraction grating. You know, that's right.
Yeah, you can pull it out when you're sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus just to play with while you're just sitting there. If you don't want to mess with your phone, if you
Or
don't have a good signal,
and you're bored, and
that's right.
you want to see
It's
what the spectrum of that street light is.
it's better than looking at your phone.
That's right. Okay. Still, I want an Ironman HUD and an eyepiece. Yes.
Yeah, augmented reality is going to be a big thing, I think, in the next 5 years.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a question by one of the viewers of the show. What we thought is, because we were talking about future tech in
Mm-hmm.
astronomy. Uh, okay, you know what a diffraction grating is, Jerry. What is it?
A diffraction grating is an alternative method. It's like a prism. It performs the same function as a prism, except it's really finely ruled lines in the substrate that diffract the light, basically. Just as its name implies, it diffracts it out spreads the spectrum out into a rainbow pattern, similar to what a prism does.
Right.
And if you search Google for diffraction, diffractive grating, you'll find documents and drawings and things to show you exactly how it works. Diffractive grating. So we have one. Actually, we have a grating installed in our observatory on the filter wheel that allows us to do spectroscopy with at the Mark Slade Remote Observatory also.
Yeah. Wolfgang says, Scott, what was the one thing to win today, and for what is it? It is, again, what got won today was a set of NASA solar system trading cards and a diffraction grating, which is what we've been talking about. So, yeah. So, well,
I was going to say one thing if you want to talk about one other subject. It's
Sure.
the Explore Alliance
Yep.
program and how people can join.
Right. So there's a couple ways you can join. You can contact customer service, and we have a legacy program. If you're already if you already own some Explore Scientific equipment, you can ask to be a legacy member, and you'll get a free membership for a year. Okay. The benefits are certainly for like these shows and other programs that we do. We give away a lot of door prizes, and so only members can actually participate in that. So one of the things I do remind people that when they're sending us answers to our questions, I should probably say this at the very beginning of every show, you are automatically becoming a free member. So, and we will send you information about what that membership means. But basically, it gets you into kind of the more inner circle of what we're doing as far as educational outreach. It includes things that we do with our mentor program, which is, the virtual star party is part of our mentoring. We also have planned, and we are both, Jerry and I are both working on programs, teaching materials and stuff like that to learn more about the gear, learn more about your hobby, and how to take yourself to the next level. We then have paid versions. We have a version that runs about $30. This is a kind of basic membership. What you get back will be a $30 gift card from us, but that's one of the immediate benefits of it. You also get some onboarding gifts, which we have, and a certificate of membership. You will also get to have something called Explore Care, and Explore Care covers products that don't fall in our forever no fault warranty. Okay, but it makes them basically, it's care that does that. So if you let's say that you bought an Explore Scientific telescope and you forgot to register it. Okay. Technically, it's not under warranty after about 90 days, I think is what it is, or maybe a year. Um, and then let's just say that, uh, you have it and you join, you say, gosh, guys, I don't have a warranty on it. What can I do? Well, you can join and become a basic member for $30. You can have a no fault warranty. Um, if you join at the $100 level, okay, you get a $100 gift card back from us, but you get something called no fault advanced product replacement. So let's say that you were getting ready to go to your dark sky site and uh, you know your house, your cat knocked your telescope over or something. Okay, something crazy. All right, and and you're leaving for this star party. There's not enough time for you to get the telescope repaired. And so in that kind of situation, we would do advanced product replacement for you. Okay. Now there are other benefits on top of this as well, but basically, because you're getting a gift card, it doesn't really cost anything if you're buying stuff from us on any account, and the benefits just get better and better. And we're always kind of like thinking about, what kind of additional benefit we can give to people that are loyal to our brand like that. So, and that's it. So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah,
Uh,
and pretty easy. So
yeah,
to join, you can just call customer service, or you can go onto our website under Alliance, and you'll see the membership, how to join. And there's also another feature that we have, that when you buy something, we allow you to make monthly payments on your membership, which costs like, I don't know, $5 a month or something. So pretty inexpensive. That program is a recurring membership. So, but as long as you are a member, you get these kind of benefits. And so, and
cool.
yeah, that's what I have. That's what I have. Um, and Jennifer Shelley wanted to know, does that apply to used product or just new? If you have, Jennifer, let's say that you bought a used Explore Scientific telescope, and the first person that owned it never registered it. Okay, doesn't have a warranty. If you become a member, you give us the serial numbers, and it gets covered under our customer care program. So it's not a warranty program per se, because there's legal things defined under warranty, but it is covered under customer care, which we're able to do some things that directly benefit the customer. And Richard Gray says, I'm going to do that at the beginning of the month. So that's great. I guess I just want to kind of wrap up our show by talking about our next virtual star party. I'm happy to announce that the next star party, next Tuesday, will start at the same time, at 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern time, and 11:30 Argentina time, because we're going to have Cesar Brolo from Sirocco, an astronomy dealer, an Explore Scientific dealer down there, and also Rodrigo Zeleda in Chile, and La Serena is going to be joining us. So
Cool.
we will have a northern and southern hemisphere star party. So both of those guys down south are astrophotographers. They're going to be sharing their screens, so it should be pretty cool. Okay, and
Sounds like we're gonna have a diverse objects to look at. We're
Yeah.
gonna have different objects to look at.
So I'm wondering, okay, we're going to let you guys vote here on this show. Okay, should we pick one object in the northern hemisphere and one object in the southern hemisphere, or should we let the astronomers pick themselves and they can do whatever that they'd like to? What do you think? Nico says, great news. Caesar is a great guy. Yes, he is. People's choice. That's right. So what does that mean, Richard? People's choice, one object or many objects? Let the astronomers pick. Let them pick. Yeah, okay. Can people from other countries join this? Gary, of course. You know, if you can be in the time window, for sure. Okay. All right. For all of you that want to participate, all right, I want you to send an email and copy, just so I don't miss you, okay? Because I get tons of email. Send an email to s@explorescientific.com. That's me. And copy Jerry, JRH at Explore Scientific. And we'll make sure that you get the invite and that what we did to James the astrophotographer doesn't happen to you. Okay.
Yeah, that was a nasty trick.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wade Prunty says, multiple. I have a very small window in my backyard, so I can't always shoot the same object everyone else is shooting. All right. Many objects. All right. So it is. It is. It is. Okay. And
Astronomer's choice. Astronomer's choice object.
that's right. And Gary Palmer, if you want to join, you are certainly welcome. But I am thinking about having a European edition of the Star Party, which I mentioned earlier, and earlier in the show. And you know, if you can pick the day for that, then we'll do that. But you're certainly welcome to join this one on Tuesday. Okay. Anything else? Any other comments from the audience? Somebody said, oh, David Ing says, I can get a great shot of a street light. Richard Gray says, plus some of us can get rising objects in the east and setting in the west. That's true. It's true. Do it daytime. Streams help me forget I'm at work. Supposed to be concentrating on your work, Dusty. So, yeah. Ron Delvaux wants to know if you got a spectrum of neowise. I think that's a question for you, Jerry.
No, we didn't observe the comet with the with the grading. That'd be an awesome project, though. You should see oxygen and maybe some carbon in there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. They let a dog loose in the Mission Control Center there, so it's a secure
Yep.
Have there. Anyways, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We will be back with you tomorrow with more from the OpenGOTO community and with more questions and maybe more questions than we have answers for. I don't know. But anyways, that was only one dog barking. Take care, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye-bye.